Happy, terrific Tuesday, people. Good evening, good evening, good evening. We are here. We are live and ready to recap episode 15 of Married to Jesus. Real Housewives of Potomac. Old rumors die hard. Good evening, Auntie.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Yes, old rumors die hard. Listen, I'm happy to be here. I'm glad we staying consistent. We had to take MLK Day off, so don't be trying to judge us off yesterday, okay?
Yes.
Had to take MLK Day off. So welcome in the building, everybody. Glad you're here. As y'all come through, hit that like button on both channels. We really appreciate it.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Happy belated MLK, Auntie. We had to stop and honor, Dr. Martin Luther King on yesterday, and so we did. I did do a short video on Dr. Martin Luther King. They did a celebration at the King Center on yesterday, and Reverend Dr. Bernice King made a wonderful, encouraging, honorable, and beautiful speech about her father, his work, those who worked alongside her father and her mother. So if you have not seen that video, go check it out. It is very inspiring. In the climate that we are in today politically, it will truly lift up your spirit for us to continue to fight on so that we can continue to see the dream come true. So shout out to
MLK.
Yes. So like I said, we are here to recap Real Housewives of Potomac. Please hit the like button on both channels. If you're not a subscriber, check out both of our channels. I will drop those links in the chat in just a moment. But listen, Auntie, we are on the second to last episode of Real Housewives of Potomac, and what a season! Okay, we have had an enjoyable. I'll speak for me. I've truly enjoyed this season of Real Housewives of Potomac. We've taken a couple of trips. We've seen plenty of drama. We've had some time with, a few of the ladies' children. We are 9 seasons in, okay? And to see Gizelle's girls in college, to see Wendy's boys and daughter growing up and graduating from from elementary school, going into middle school, and, Ashley and her boys. This has just been a true season of a trip this year. Like, I've truly enjoyed it. We are running up on this last episode, and today or Sunday, the tea was spilled. Mia's a liar. She's a cheat. And we don't want you. We don't want you. We don't want you. That's what Mama Jackson said, okay? You a lie, you a cheat, and I don't want you. We don't want her. Throw her and the lies away. Shout out to these beautiful 2 children that she has. I'm praying for y'all because with the way social media
actually has 3. Remember, she has 3.
But see, he's not in the limelight so much, so it may not be as bad for him. These 2 are actually being seen on TV, so we know what these 2 look like for sure. And they're young, and in this social media era, I'm kind of like Wendy was, on Sunday, Watch What Happens Live. I'm concerned for these children. I don't know if you watched it, but Wendy expressed her concern yet again for the choices that Mia is continuing to make as a parent on TV. And as you say, Diva, the camera can't show what you don't give it.
Come on now, holla. The camera can't show what you don't give it. Talk about it.
We're going to get into this. Episode 15, Old Rumors Die Hard, okay? So like I said, remember to hit that like button on Diva's channel and as well on my channel. Make sure you subscribe and your notification bells on all. Let us know you're in the building, and we're going to get this thing started. So, we're back in Potomac. We just came from our trip over in Panama. Panama was beautiful, nice, evening. Good evening. A nice 3-day trip that the ladies had, so it was wonderful, sharing that time. So we're back in Potomac. And so we open up this episode with Karen and Ray, okay, heading over to the golf course. And so Ray, they're getting out the car and headed on into the center. And I guess Ray is a little, still learning Karen's new car, okay? Ray don't know the unlock button from the lock button to the press start button to how to turn the car. You just got to love Ray, okay? You got to love Ray. Ray cracked
But can I tell you this, Royaire?
Yes.
I was hating on Ray when him and Karen was going through their problems that season, and he said he didn't say whether he loved Karen or not. I was pissed at him when he couldn't reciprocate telling Karen that he loves her. But when I saw Ray show up for the car accident scene and how he tried to hold Karen down, I let up my foot and everything off of Ray's neck. He is the MVP. So now at this point, he can do no wrong. Shout out to Ray. Shout out to Ray. I love him. That scene was cute.
That was so funny to me. And then we roll over into Gizelle's girls. So Grace and Adore and Angel are out having lunch with Gizelle. And so, Grace is already in college. She's finished her first year of college. Adore and Angel are heading to their first year of college. And so Gizelle asks, Grace, do you have any advice for the girls? And she says, yes. Okay, I got plenty for y'all. Watch out for the boys. Be careful of your Uber drivers. Be careful of, the coins. They may seem like they got some money, but God got it all in control. So don't worry about it. Just stay the course. So that was really, really nice. And then we end up on Ashley. Okay. So Ashley is meeting Kim for the first time. For rehearsal for this drag king show that she is doing. And so I want to give a shout out to Bravo. I've never seen anything like this before. I know we've been to drag shows on Bravo, but for us to be exposing more of our culture, to other people who may not know or who may not understand, shout out to Bravo for opening the door and making it an even playing field for everyone, in my opinion. So shout out to them. Thank you so much for, representing our community and doing it in a well manner. So, Ashley,
in a graceful and respectful way and not clownery. But can I tell you this, Royaire? You are right. We got to go back to the beginning from, if you want to talk about that real quick, from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, when they introduced us to Dwight, okay? What was the other? Miss Lawrence. And what was the other one?
Oh man, I see his face in my head and it's slipping my mind. Miss
J. Isn't it J?
Miss J.
Okay, so when they introduced us to that crew way back when, it wasn't in a clownery way. It was in a respectful way, and we loved all three of them. To this day, I still love them, okay? Dwight, whenever he do a pop-up and a show-up, I'm here for it all day long. So you are correct. Shout out to Bravo for introducing us, not making a mockery of it, and showing them in a good human way. I love it. Go ahead.
I loved it. So, Ashley is, preparing for this new show that she is going to be doing. She is going to be, a drag king. And so she plans to dress up as a male model, and to do her thing. Okay. Ashley expresses that this is right up her alley. Derek J. That's what it was. Derek J. Thank you, Janet.
Thank you, Janet.
Shout out to Miss Derek J. Go ahead. So, Ashley says that this is right up her alley. She's been hosting many drag shows for the past couple of years now. She's been into the art world for a very, very long time. She is very supportive of the, LGBTQ plus community. And so this is just something that she kind of wants to veer off into, explore, and see what other, opportunities may come from this, if you may. So, Ashley is practicing, she's doing her thing. And so she's excited for the event that she has invited all of the ladies to. And so she's also asked the ladies to show up in their best, masculine attire, to show off their male drag, if you may, for the ladies. So that was Ashley's scene. I'll run this in here as well. We run over to Kay's beauty bar, okay, her wellness center. And so, Kay and Gizelle meet up first. Now, this scene was very interesting to me because when we came into this first, season at first, I was not. Gizelle said that she knows Kay through her friend Kyle. And so Kyle and Gizelle are best friends. But earlier this season, I feel like I recall, Gizelle acting like she didn't really know Kay like that. And she wasn't really fond of Kay. And I want to say it was some kind of party that Karen was throwing that she wanted Gizelle to invite her to. And Gizelle did not. Does that ring a bell?
Yes, it does. Come on, holla to the receipt.
Okay, I just want to make sure. So, you know, Gizelle says now, well, okay, it's so good to be here. I see you out where the money resides. Kay said, yes, you got to pay if you want to play over here, okay? So, you know, she explains that her and Kyle are besties, and so Kyle also knows Kay. And so now all of a sudden a friend of Kyle's is a friend of Gizelle's. So Gizelle and Kay, you know, they're getting prepared for their talk. As they're preparing to come in, Wendy pulls up. And so Wendy hops out the truck doing her little diva thing. Well, she's got a flat tire. So she has to call roadside assistance. We'll come to find out somebody didn't pay the bill. So they roadside assistance. The roadside assistance expired. Wendy, you may need to get back into somebody's school and start paying some bills, honey. Eddie needs some help, okay? He can't do it all alone, girl. But, you know, she called roadside assistance. She gets her, you know, stuff renewed. And so they're on the way to help her out. So, you know, Kay and Gizelle and Wendy all sit down, you know, they're chit-chatting, having a little conversation. And so, you know, everybody is concerned about Karen this season. And rightfully so. You know, Karen had a horrible accident. Karen has not really been hanging out, being herself in the group. The other ladies feel she's losing weight. And so the ladies are concerned. And so Gizelle brings it up. And so Kay says, well, listen, I was told, okay, that Miss Karen is on the O, okay? And, you know, the O does make you lose weight drastically, and it makes you tired, you know, so maybe that's what it is. I just feel like that's what it is. You know, she did say that people in her family are diabetic, and so I don't know if she's diabetic or not, but she's on the O for help, okay? She's trying to do her thing, okay? Gizelle feels that is the stress of this court situation that's going on. You know, at this point in that time, we had not found out whether or not Karen was guilty or not. So there was still that in the balance, all of that, her family and all of that going on, okay? You know, Kay shares with us that she grew up middle class. You know, she grew up, you know, kind of having her own little thing. And so Greg is struggling with, you know, accepting that she has her own. You know, Greg is not a fan of hyphenated names. If they were to get married, Kay has to change her name to whatever Greg's last name is, and probably the business too. But she says she ain't doing that. She will always be Kay Stewart, okay? And that's where she gonna stay, all right? I believe that was kind of everything that went on in that scene. You know, the guy called Wendy, said that her car was ready. They liked the way he talked. Yes, ma'am, come on outside. We want to see this man. All the girls went out to see the man. That was the end of that scene. So anything, your thoughts and opinions on that?
So go off with Ray and Karen. You know, I love those two together. Even though they 10 toes down that Karen be cheating on Ray, which is a disgrace, but you know, what can we do? But I do love those two together. I thought the little quick snippet of a golf scene was everything. Because yes, he did toot the car. He turned it on. He don't know about these new cars because these new cars are too much. You press one button, it's turn on the car, another button, lock the car. It's just too much. So I understand how Ray got a little confused, but you know what? They carried on. He said, you the caddy, but they needed the caddy because that bag was heavy. And Ray had it all on his shoulder, and it was looking like he was in a struggle. I was like, somebody need to come help them, but I love this scene. All right, Gizelle and the girls. I think that this is what the Real Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine. This is their best asset when they show the scenes with the kids. Point blank in a period is the best thing that they ever had. The best thing that they got when they showed that, you know, with the kids. So her and the girls, the scenes are always adorable. I love Grace because, honey, she's going to tell her sisters, honey, don't worry about your bank account low. What she didn't say, which I already read into and I know, is that mommy and daddy just going to add money to the account if y'all go low. So no worries. And when her daddy is making $46K a month, yeah, they're going to add to the account. You all is well. You're going to be good. So I thought that was a really cute scene. And it's so nice to see how close Gizelle is to her children.
Her girls, yes. I love that. And you would think because the way Gizelle is, just off of kind of what we see in society, you would think that they would have a strenuous relationship. Just because of how overbearing and how monstrous she can come off when it comes to the friends. It just kind of makes you question what's your relationship like with your girls. Right. And we haven't really seen a lot of her relationship with the girls, you know, through the years that she's been on. So it's beautiful to see that in their adult age, as they're aging up, that they have this beautiful connection. Because I remember when Gizelle brought her mom around, it was very like, you know, tensions, like they didn't really get along, you know, which is kind of mommy daughter thing. Like, but this seems like a real relationship that has been cultivated and built upon a real firm foundation.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a really, it's a really, you know, nice thing to see. And I think it's a testament to Gizelle. That's the better side of her being a mom, her raising the kids. What we're seeing of her on this reality TV, you know, that's another thing to be spoken about. But I said, hey, get your money. If that's how you got to get your money, I guess that's how you got to get your money. But I like seeing her with her children. Gizelle got better this season. She got better this season, Emma, because she had to. She got talking to by the HR people. She got spoken to by the HR people. She got a slap on the hand, the wrist, and the legs and the booty. And they told her, get your life together or you will be with your girlfriend, Robin Dixon. Okay. And she needed that check. So she straightened up. But
listen, Robin is doing well though, because she over there on the traders now.
Yeah, she on the traders, but it ain't no Bravo check. But hey, holla, she on traders. Listen, and then let me tell you this. Wendy was on Watch What Happens Live with Andy. Wendy even really said, you know, Gizelle is Gizelle. Now I'm summarizing, so to speak, but she said the way Gizelle is treating Mia is not the way Gizelle did Wendy. She wouldn't speak to Wendy off of assumptions, and Mia pretty much said straight out something about her kids, and she all up in Mia's face. So, you know, Gizelle is being fake when it comes to that, but I get it. If you get any job you on, if HR speak to you and you don't straighten up after that, you just straight stupid.
You know you have to go.
You got to go. So yeah, but I thought the scene between and the advice that her daughter gave her sisters was priceless. I loved it. When it comes to Ashley in this drag queen show, Ashley, I think every show has like a filler person, right? And on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, even though I love Cynthia Bailey to this day, Cynthia Bailey was kind of their filling person. Ashley is like their filling person. She, to me, is no real storylines. It's just, you know, stuff she's doing, and we see her and she inputs here there. This whole drag king show, I think, you know, it's nice, but I don't like her name, her drag king name. I think is whack. I thought it was vulgar, but you know, Ashley can be vulgar. It was something puss, like it was stupid. See, you don't even remember it. It wasn't cool. It wasn't like a good name. I think she could have did better. But you know what? That's Ashley, and you know, Ashley is one of those that leaves the conversation going in the gutter when it comes to just sex and being vulgar. It's just, you know, and thank God this particular episode we didn't have all this sex talk for no reason. So
yes, I was so over that. But you know, I really honestly think, and I'll let you go on.
Oh, you fine.
I think Ashley is just trying to really figure out her way and find her way. She got married to this man at a young age. It didn't work out. You got these 2 kids. You got to financially get stable and, you know, be stable. I really think she's just trying to find what direction she's going in. And I like that Bravo is showing that, you know, everybody don't know what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doesn't have that certain like, oh, this is my goal or this is what I do and this is what I'm still, you know. So I like that they're at least, you know, giving her the opportunity and showing, you know, Ashley really don't know what she want to do, but she's figuring out where she wants to be and go in life. So yeah.
I agree with you. And I think the other thing with Ashley is she reminds me a little bit of what's the name from The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Portia. But Portia, hands down, she's the comeback queen when it comes to finances. Because when she got that divorce from Cordell, he left her with zilch.
Nothing.
She literally had to move back with mama and start from scratch. And Portia did that thing on TV.
Not to put your mama out her room.
Put mama out her room. But you know what, Miss Diane, she saw the greater good. She left her room for a moment, and now she's over there in Portia Mansion, chilling living her best life. Okay,
And
and
said
that's
you
why
could not
Portia.
move back in.
That part. That part, and that's why Portia won't move out of Simon's mansion, because she was like, "No, Mama's over there. I'm staying over here. Me and PJ." Okay, so yeah, that's who Ashley reminds me of. Like, so she's trying to do a lot of different things to gain that financial freedom that she needs to gain now that what her husband has left her. So we'll see, or not, what I mean, not sort of left her like in a divorce, right? This Kiara Stewart in her spa. Kiara is another one that kind of can't find her way. She's talking herself out of a job when she want to keep constantly saying that Greg is not with this and he's not really supporting this. Well, Greg is a dummy. And if I could speak to Greg, I would tell him, yo, get on board with this. This is a money maker. Your girlfriend / hopefully soon to be fiance, your living a partner, okay, whatever you want to call it, she has an opportunity to rake in this cash on the Real Housewives of Potomac. And she has to constantly say how you are not, with it, and you don't, he's afraid every time you hang out with these girls. Girl, you a big girl. Yes, that fight happened. Yes, it was from somebody who wasn't even really on the cast. So, girl, pull yourself up. Yes, he's blocking a blessing from her. You ain't lying. Well, he's blocking her blessings, her financial blessings. Her financial blessings. I would tell my man, yo, get with it. When they put the camera on you, just smile.
You got to do like Dr. Damon, smile and just shut up and be quiet and just smile.
That's it. What is a big deal? What is a big deal? So, he messy as far as I'm concerned. So she gives Gizelle the tour, and it is a beautiful spa. And then Wendy stops by, like you said, she had the little flat tire, whatever. And now this is where Kay gets messy. Kay talks about, Greg not wanting the name hyphenated and all that. But there are a lot of men like that. They don't like, come on, Savannah said, kiss me and go. That's right. Just give me a kiss and go to the other room. That's it. But support me. So she talks about how he don't want the name hyphenated. First of all, girl, he don't even want to give you his last name. Where's the ring? You went and bought a house with this man. Where's the ring?
And I wonder if this house is in both of their names or just one of his. Just one.
Yeah. She a whole fool if that house ain't in both of their names. She a whole fool. So she talks about that whole thing. And I get it, because some men are like that. They really want, like, you're supposed to take my last name, point blank in a period, right?
Yeah.
So she talked about that, and they discussed with Karen. I mean, they discussed with Kay, just that just being careful with this whole relationship, right? So Wendy's there at this time. This way I thought Kay got messy when she wanted to tell the group that she knew that Karen was on Ozempic. Now, so they're trying to say that, that the group was thinking, and I was thinking too, that Karen was just stressed and she was losing this weight because of stress, and she couldn't sleep because of stress. But now they're saying, Kay is like, no, these are all the side effects of Ozempic. And she said Karen was on it. So she done told Karen good business. Like, Karen don't got enough she going through. She on Ozempic. She had the DUI. She was found guilty. Now she probably going to get locked up. And you want to tell her secret about being on Ozempic. I don't know what she's going to do if she get locked up, because I don't know if they continue to give you Ozempic shots. Where they let you get them still? I don't know.
Blow the
hell up. Child, she going to be a big girl again. I don't know. Karen wasn't even really that big to begin with, but on this TV, everybody wants to be ultra skinny. I think there are so many people on Ozempic or Wegovy. Listen, the people are killing those meds. Yeah. Shout out to the pharmacy on the pharmaceutical companies, because they raking in the dough.
The cash, you hear me? Cash money. I can't bring myself to do it, Diva. I just can't. Like, I would rather just do it the old school way. I would rather be safe than sorry. I can't do it.
Listen, Roy, I'm drinking water over here, and normally me, I'll be tea down.
Listen,
but I'm fighting a good fight. Pray with us, y'all. Pray with us that we get this thing together.
Okay. Listen, and the pomegranate too. The pomegranate, y'all, this is really good for your heart health. I
Thank
mix
you.
this in my water sometimes too. So shout out to them. But yes, yeah, cheers,
Okay.
period.
I got
Lots
cucumbers
of
in
good
here.
people.
Yes, cucumbers, lemon, and ginger.
Love cucumber. Ooh, now I've never put ginger in water before.
They say that's gonna help slim you down. I'll let y'all know how
Okay.
it goes.
Let me know for sure.
I'll let
Yes.
you know if it February if I'm
Well, listen, that was our health break, people. Drink your water, stay healthy, do your thing. 30
yeah.
minutes a day keeps the fat away, okay? So do
Hello,
30
holla.
minutes or something, okay? So, yes, I totally agree with you on all of that. And we're going to move into the next scene. Here is Diva's channel, you all. So if you're not subscribed and if you haven't hit the like button, make sure you go over to her channel, subscribe, and then hit the like button on this video. We got 81 people in the room, so we thank each and every one of you for joining us this evening. So now we are moving on. We have a lunch scene with Ray and Gordon, and I feel like this is the first time of my memory, and my memory ain't the best, but I cannot remember any kind of scenes with Ray and Gordon before, but this was a very nice, interesting scene, okay? So, Gordon comes in, he daps up Ray daps up Gordon, nice to see each other. They kind of get into, how things have been going and what's going on with everybody. Gordon says he has gout right now. And so, he's working on himself. Gordon says that he don't like to spend the money, okay? Ray says that it seems to be hotter in these years than it was in the past years. Gordon said, well, I'm cheap. I let the kids wait till about 4 or 5 o'clock when the sun going down. Then I let them go out to the pool and have their fun. So Gordon said, that's what he does. Gordon, shared about, asked how Karen was doing since the accident. Ray said Karen is doing well. He said, did you get, she's got a new car and everything. Gordon said, well, did you let him get that Rolls Royce? He said, no, not the Rolls Royce, but I'm losing control, day after day. So we'll see what happens. Okay. So the gentlemen, they ordered their food with the waitress. And so, Gordon, goes into, his health issues and everything that he's got going on. Gordon expresses, that they have pretty good co-parenting skills with the children. Gordon expresses that he has had the kids 25 days out of the month of June, so, the kids are doing their thing with him. Gordon also shares, that he does not have beef with Ink. His issue is that Ink has been, messing with his wife, and having affairs with his wife over the past couple of years. And so, he shared with Ray, you remember at the reunion, it came in question about the paternity of my son. And so, he said, I did take a paternity test, and the paternity test is, Jeremiah is mine. He is mine. And Mia knows about it. Gordon, also shared, that he did not take the kids, while Mia was in Panama without her knowing. He was unsure that the kids had access to ink, and he does not want the kids to have ink to have access to ink. So he went and picked up the kids and took them where he felt that they would be safe. He said Mia knew about it. The only time that was an issue was when she took the children to Atlanta, and he had to go down there, and let it be known, I don't want my kids around this man. Okay. Ray brought up that, when Karen got pregnant with Raven, he had questions because Karen was talking about blue and green eyes in her family. He said, you ain't got no blue and green eyes in your family, and I ain't gonna be looking for it. Okay. Gordon said that he proposed to Mia about marriage counseling. Neither of them, plan on getting married anytime soon, so we should consider marriage counseling. He says that, him and Mia, they're in a good place, and they hope that things can kind of, move in a better direction. Is what Gordon is hoping. The gentleman ordered desserts, and that was pretty much the end of that conversation. So we'll stop here and deal in this conversation because I know you got plenty of thoughts on this, and I want to hear them.
Let me say this. I love this conversation between Ray and Gordon. I thought it was the cutest thing, honey. And they really ate their food. They was about that food, okay?
Brother, you hear me?
Rubbing, dessert, and everything. As soon as they brought that meal to Ray dug in, and he was eating. All right. Okay, did he though? Listen, I think that the whole Gordon situation between him and Mia, it's sad to watch. But at the same time, I do know this. They said reality TV. In reality, some stuff like this happens, and even worse. Now, when Gordon wanted to tell us that he already had the paternity test and that Mia Ben knew that Jeremiah was Gordon's son, I think Mia is being messy by continuing to try to utilize that as a storyline when she knew from jump a long time ago that he did the paternity test and that is his son. Okay, so go. Oh yeah, okay. So he said that they're co-parenting well, but he doesn't like me as questionable decisions. Yes, Emma Gordon told it all. That he talked with me about her being with Ink and the kids and how he just don't like that. And I'm in agreement with that. I'm gonna say this. I feel like if you are married and you are getting a divorce, I feel like nobody should be dating nobody until the divorce is finalized. And if you are going to date, then nobody should be having a different person in the kid's face until the divorce is finalized. I think it's disrespectful. I think it's messy. And I think it's messy to walk out of one relationship and then day two, you showing your kids somebody else. It's just messy. I think it's not good for the kids. I think it's just a messed up situation. And I just think it's just disrespectful all the way around. But you know what? But at the end of the day, too, people reap what they sow. Mia got herself in this wicked, nasty mess. And one thing I will always say about this is Gordon, because I feel like he feels he doesn't have any other options. Gordon is always going to let Mia do whatever and then take her back. Especially because if Mia's money right now is the one that is kind of funding Gordon's lifestyle. What is he left to do? Ray just sat there. I like the way Ray listens and he'll interject every now and then with some little stuff. Like, Ray he low-key messy.
He is.
He low-key
that this conversation was orchestrated. Whoever orchestrated it, they did a wonderful job because they did that whole conversation.
They did. So Ray's low-key messy, and he made sure, but we'll get to that he told Karen everything, okay? But see, that's what husbands and wives do. They do pillow talk, they do afternoon tea talk, they talk to each other. Cause you like, that's what happened. That's what went down. So but overall, I love that scene. It was golden. It gave me life. It gave me everything. And they ate for real, because they both ordered their dessert. Okay.
Ray said we listen and we judge later.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious. So you are right, Michelle. Yes, he does. He listened and he judged later. You better talk about it.
That was hilarious. That is so true. That is so true. Yeah, that scene was very telling. I believe a lot of what Gordon was saying. I think Gordon's a little bit more level-headed than what Mia is leading us on to think. Ray added a little salt to the story. Didn't he now? He was like Ray said, let me season this up and toss this salad real quick.
He did with his messy self. He did. We gotta tell the truth and shame the devil. Yes, he did.
Yes. That was hilarious.
And some pepper.
And some pepper. Look, and then threw that salad together and tossed it, baby. Yes, he did. So yes, that was a nice scene. It was really nice. I thought it was very natural to me. I felt like that scene was very natural. You could feel the you could feel the connection between them two. You could feel the conversation. That was a great scene. Really one of my favorite scenes of tonight for sure. One of my favorites. So yes, shout out to Ray and shout out to Gordon. Okay. So next thing we move into Stacy. And so, Stacy, as we all know, or if you don't know, Stacy is now getting a divorce. Okay. She's been married for 15 years. There's one child involved, Arabella. Stacy recently, a couple of episodes ago, went to mediation to kind of sort things out. And so now Stacy is following up with an attorney to kind of, she knows that mediation, is one thing, but she wants to make sure that she's covering all her bases, that she's protected, and that she's getting the best advice for her situation specifically as possible. If you don't know, mediation is kind of for both parent and, child, or excuse me, both mom and dad or husband and wife. But that personal attorney is going to look out for your best interest. And so that's kind of what, Stacy is looking at now. So Stacy meets up with an attorney, and so she's just kind of trying to figure out what she's going to do financially. Stacy is going for alimony. That is something that she wants in writing. Stacy is not going for child support, okay? And so the attorney kind of questioned, so you want alimony in writing, but you don't want child support. And so Stacy says, well, listen, he makes a significantly larger amount of money than I do. In the 15 years we've been married, he's always taken care of Arabella's needs. And so that's just not something that I'm concerned about. And so, she said, I know my husband. I know, our daughter will never want a day in her life while she is on this earth. And so I'm going to kind of stick with that. The attorney, asks, well, why are you willing to not stick with, child support, but you're going to stick with the alimony? So many people, think they know their husbands or their spouse until the page is turned, okay? And so she said, well, how often, do you see people, Stacy said, how often do you see people come back in, you giving advice, and then they go and do one thing, and now the shoe is on the other foot. And the attorney said, if I had $5, just 5 people, 5. If I had $5 for every time somebody came in my office and sat and said that very thing and went and did the other, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. I would be sitting on a beach, okay? And Stacy said, wow, I had no clue. Now, Stacy does not have a prenup, everybody. Stacy, you lucked up, girl. You got real lucky, okay? So Stacy seems like she's going to take this advice from the attorney. She is, going to consider this child support thing. From the conversation that we had, it looks like she is going to stick with the alimony, and she swears up and down she knows her husband. But Stacy, let me advise you.
Come on now.
It's who they are until you piss them off, or they got to give their money away. And man, you taking that man money, okay? You want alimony, and you finna slap child support in this deal too. He coming for you, Stacy. So lawyer up, get ready for a fight, because it's about to go down. She did say that Arabella will be with her during the school year, and that dad will keep her during the summer months. But if you slap this child support in there, girl, you better get you a custody attorney, because it's gonna be on for a fight. I'm gonna stop here because I want to know your thoughts and opinions on this too.
Ooh. I love Stacy, but Stacy, I thought I could be naive sometime. But Stacy is so, yeah, she needs to wake up. I was trying to put it soft and peak, but she one of them girlfriends that you really got to go shake and be like, girl, are you for real now? Are you serious? Stacy does need to wake up. I was sitting there, I was like, man, Stacy. But you know what, though? I like the way the lawyer approached her. And I like when she asked the lawyer the question, and the lawyer said she wouldn't even be here right now talking to her if she could count the number of times that people said they didn't do this and had to come back and try to help. She had to try to help them reverse it. Let me say this about men. And I don't care if they black, white, yellow, orange, green, they came from Mars or they came from Earth. Men are messy. And what happens is, as soon as another female get in their ear, he can want to do the right thing. But as soon as another female get in his ear, and let me just pretend here, because I don't know the business, but let me pretend here. Let me pretend that he got to give her $1,000 a month in alimony. And let's just say he had to give her $2,000 a month in child support. And he was just doing that without an order. So here come another chick. You know, when they get a new chick, they lose their mind. Here come another chick in his ear, be like, yo, why you gotta give her 2,000? She already getting 1,000 in alimony. She could go work, or don't she work? Let her use some of the money that she already getting on the kid, and give her just $1,000 a month for Arabella instead of 2,000. Yes, I do believe he loves his daughter with all of his heart. Yes, she is delusional. I believe he loves his daughter with all his heart. I believe that, you know, he is doing anything for the daughter. But then you get somebody in here and they be like, well, why she got to go to private school? Why can't she go to public school? Well, why she need to go to swimming and dance? Why can't she just go to dance? So you'll get this chick that'll come in the building and try to reverse or stop what he's doing for his own daughter. The lawyer is correct. You got to just set this thing, establish it up front, so that no matter who come in his life, they can say whatever they want, but he would have to go back to court to reverse that thing. And then, you know, shout out to on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I don't watch it anymore because I'm just, some of these reality shows, I'm just over it. But Sutton's ex-husband, whoever he is, I would like to meet his brother, the cousin, something, because I want to say Sutton gets like something like $300K a month in alimony. And her husband been giving it to her like forever. She chilling over there with that alimony. And her kids are grown. So, you know, you have some men that no matter what, they're going to do the right thing and they will always do right by you. Then you got other men and they got a chick in their ear, and half of them won't even see their other kids anymore because of that new person in their life. So the thing is to safeguard yourself. Sutton is that real girl. Yes, she is. I love Sutton too. So you got to safeguard your life in order so that no matter who comes behind her, once they are broken up, she will still get her money. She will still get her funds.
Yeah. I'm really, really glad this.
So naive. She's so naive.
So naive. And I'm like, I wonder if because he has this type of wealth that she has not been around people. You know, normally when you got that type of wealth, Diva, most people of the older generation don't get divorced. They just kind of stick it out until somebody dies off and they just kind of move on. And so I feel like Stacy has kind of been in that realm, if you may, of people just staying with their spouses just to stay with their spouse. And so now she's out of that and she just has no clue, like, because I can't even say that Stacy is playing dumb. Like, she really is clueless on how all of this works and what's going on. And the faith that she has in her ex-husband, it's just wild to me. Like, you really think that this man is like, and not to say that he's not a good guy, but it's wild. It's wild. But I'm glad that she went to see this attorney. I'm glad the attorney kept it real with her, didn't try to take advantage of her, because some of these attorneys will just be out here to get your money and just tell you what you want to hear and not what's really best for you. So shout out to this attorney. Shout out to Stacy following through and listening. And I hope the best, you know, for all of this. I never like to see anybody's marriage fall apart. I never like to see anybody separate, but you got to do what's best for you. And, you know, Stacy is doing what's best for her. And I hope the best for Arabella at the end of the day. That's really what matters at the end of the day for me, is the children. As long as the kids is okay, mommy and daddy can figure it out later on. But let Arabella be stable, let her not desire anything, and keep her at the same lifestyle and the same happiness that she's used to being with currently with you guys together. So that's that on that for me. That is that on that.
Yeah. Well, listen, with Stacey, we wish you well.
We wish you well. We wish you well, girl. Shout out to Stacy. Love is still around, so take your time. Don't rush, okay? Listen, if you have not subscribed to Royaire's World, make sure you go over there and subscribe. We have dropped the link for my channel in the chat, and Divas is in the chat as well. So just scroll up a little bit and check that out, everyone. So rolling into this next scene, Gizelle and the girls go shopping for college. This is Gizelle and Grace and Angel. I want to say it was Angel because only one of the twins were there. So Angel is going to Hampton, or she's going school shopping, and so Gizelle kind of opens up about the girls moving, and going their own separate ways. Angel and Adore are going to two separate schools. One of them is going to Spelman, the other is going to Gizelle Home College in Hampton. So Gizelle opens up that she graduated from Hampton University. She got a degree in marketing and sales. She worked with Johnson & Johnson, Sally Mae. She did events for the NAACP. And she wants her girls to, do the same. She wants them to graduate. She wants them to not just get a job, but understand the wealth of getting your job. Understand saving your money, making good, financial decisions, being smart. Gizelle opens up about her dad recently passing, earlier on last season. And so, they're having some issues in probate court with the will that was filed. Allegedly, the will that was filed in Georgia is, a fraudulent will, according to Gizelle. And so they are in court fighting with that. This will that they currently have right now is saying that Gizelle and the girls get nothing. Gizelle says that she knows that her father wouldn't have done that. And so she is fighting to get that rectified. Gizelle has brought a home out at the Hamptons where Adore is going to school because, the hotels are kind of crappy. So she's making smart investments. And I really think it's more so for the girls. Most schools, your freshman year, you have to stay on campus, as a regular student. And then as you go into your sophomore, junior, and senior, you can live off campus. So I believe she's kind of making personal investments, for the girls for the long run, for them to have, somewhere to stay, that's kind of financial benefit to me, being able to have your own pace versus having to pay to stay on campus and park on campus and eat on campus. It's just a way to save money, in my opinion. So I thought that was a great financial decision. She also talked about, getting a I'm going to say this wrong. Memorabilia Christmas tree. Is that memorabilia? Yes. Yeah. She talked about her dad every year after she got separated 100 years ago. Her dad would come down, and every Christmas she was shot
100 years ago.
Those were her words. And her dad would come and, pick out a Christmas tree with her and the girls. And so that is a tradition that they want to keep going, and they want to plant a tree in his honor in remembrance of his life. So that was that scene. I'm going to run over to TJ and Stacy as well. We'll throw that together. So okay. TJ and Stacy are having lunch together. Okay, this is the first time TJ and Stacy have hooked up since their last little argument. Okay, and so TJ feels that he's being hidden. He feels like that he's not being seen. And he wants to be out public with Stacy. Okay, and so Stacy is like, listen, I haven't gotten a divorce. I'm still trying to figure out my life. What can I do to make you feel good? And he says, tell your ex-husband about me. Let me come to the house. I want to meet Arabella. TJ has all of these demands as a single man who's never been married, with no children, and doesn't understand what doing these things could cost Stacy. Stacy shared with him, listen, I'm just not ready for you to come to the house and to be around my daughter. I'm not divorced even yet. I'm still processing myself through that. And I need you to understand that. Reluctantly, TJ accepted what, Stacy had to say. And so he said, I understand. Unfortunately, I don't have kids. I've never been married, and I can't see it from your end, but I'm giving you some time and I'm willing to wait for you. If you can promise me that you're going to wait, I'm going to wait for you. And so Stacy says, oh, you're so the best. You're my best friend. This is why I love you so much. And they get up and hug. And so that was pretty much the basics of that scene. And then I'm going to throw the scene in here as well. Karen and Ray meet up. And so, they're sitting in the room. Karen comes in. She's trying to figure out an outfit, for Ashley's drag king show. As I said earlier, Ashley wants the girls to kind of dress in their best masculine outfits. And so Karen was going through Ray's closet trying to figure out what she can wear. Ray notices that Karen's outfits are getting shorter and shorter. And so it's a turn on for Ray. And so Karen loves when her man notices new things that she's doing, okay? That must have been one of the things on the list. She want Ray to notice what she's doing, okay? Karen, Ray opened up that he met with Gordon. And so Karen sat down and said, well, do tell, because I want to know. And so Gordon, baby, he spilled the tomatoes, the lettuce, the cucumbers, the chopped up carrots, the dressing, the salt and pepper, and the croutons. He poured it all in and mixed it up in, okay? He said that Gordon said that he has full custody of the children just like Mia. He said that he did a paternity test for Jeremiah and Mia knows about it. He said that Ink and Mia had been messing around behind his back for a long time and he knew about it. And the only time that he went and got the kids was when Ink was in the kids' presence without him knowing. I mean, Ray spilled all the tea. And Karen sat there and ate it all. I'll stop there. Your thoughts on Gizelle and her girls, TJ and Stacy, and Ray and Karen.
So Gizelle and the girls priceless. The scene was cute as usual. Very nice scene. Gizelle said, I think it's a great idea. I know many of families who were able to afford it. They bought property in the state in which their child went to school. So that way they wouldn't have to pay those dorm prices, because at the end of the day, by the time you finish paying for a dorm, you could have bought a whole house, condo, something. Okay. So I think it's a great idea. And I think Gizelle is being very smart by doing that. And then she won't have to waste money when it comes time, to go down there and see the girls or whatever. And not only that, if they don't want to come home and they themselves in between, when semesters are out, they can go stay in the condo themselves or whatever the case may be. So I thought it was a great idea that she's doing that. I think there's more to Gizelle, and I think the more we'll never get to see, because she has already adopted this mean girl role on The Real Housewives of Potomac. Stacy and TJ, we already know Stacy is she is ditzy, so naive, just so vanilla, so to speak, and I'm saying vanilla because vanilla ice cream is just plain. She's so vanilla. She's so vanilla, and it's like I don't think there's a mean bone in Stacy's body. She's just she's just a sweetheart. She's a sweet person.
Sweet and innocent.
Yeah, sweet and innocent. So she's talking to TJ, and TJ, come on now, first of all, y'all shouldn't even be dating. You the one that came across us and told us you a Christian, and that's why you're not sleeping with nobody. So if you such a highly up there Christian, then you should know that you shouldn't be with nobody else's wife. Point blank in the period. They shouldn't know that y'all dating, because you shouldn't be dating TJ. You should strictly be friends, because this chick is still married. So no, you cannot come to the house. No, you cannot pass go. And no, you're not going to physically meet Arabella. Unless you bump into us in the local Home Depot, then I'll be like, oh yeah, Arabella, it's mommy friend TJ, whatever. Okay. TJ. Yeah, daughter. But TJ, you know what? He know how to reel that thing in, because I was not liking TJ, and TJ wanted to give us the fake tears. Talking about, I got your back. I could wait. I'm not going to rush you. TJ, you came off too strong and too messy in the beginning. I'm not sure you can recover for me. But because of that scene and you doing your best performance that you could do, I'm going to give you a half a pass. Not a whole pass. I'll give you a little half a pass, and we'll see how this thing goes. Now, again, Ray has been the star of the show. And listen, there's rumors on the street that Karen is not coming back next season. Now, I don't know if she's not coming back because she may get locked up. I don't know if she's not coming back because she's in the rehab. I don't know if she's not coming back because they fired her. I have not seen anything officially from Karen. That's why I really didn't address it on a high level yet. But we shall see. We'll have to wait and see what happens with Karen and that. But in the meantime, you know what? If they go, I'm going to miss Ray, because, honey, Ray, yes, he did. He sat there and spilled the beans to Karen. Karen ate them up one by one, and she collected all the bones. She was just tossing them back,
All the bones.
tossing back, and she carried it right to that drag king show.
Shout out to the bone collectors.
She took that bad boy at that show and she dumped it all out. But we'll get to that because first she had her little private conversation with Gizelle. Yeah, he gave it to her and she collected. She said, "Oh, he got a paternity test. Oh, so he Ben knew that was me and Ben knew that was his kid. Oh, she tossed it all in the bag and she took it with us. So I thought it was a great scene."
Yes, I thought it was really, really good. I love that Karen, just sat down ever so gracefully and said, "Do tell." In regards to TJ, it's very hypocritical the way that you walked into this scene and demanded that this woman basically throw away her old life right now and take you on. You want to meet Arabella, you want to come to the house, sir. What happened to your Christian values? What happened to be a man of faith? What happened to, wanting nothing but the best for Stacy? Those things are not showing. It's giving that you're a child jumping up and down, wanting something that you can't have right now. And we don't like it. Go away from us with this Apollo, please. Okay?
That part. That part. So, and then you know what also too, when he said G got the kids all the time. I said
all the time, okay? Ray was not playing. Ray came with all of the piping tea, baby, and just spilled it ever so gently. And Karen sip, 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 sip. Okay, that's what they pillow talk is all about. Okay, that's their pillow talk time. Okay, that was a scene. That was a scene. So we're heading to Ashley's Drag King show now. Ashley is getting ready. She's excited. She's yay, as Ashley is. So Gizelle, she's coming in, and Gizelle, to me, she gave cowboy. Okay, that's what I took from it. We have Kay, who was there. She was giving cowgirl, in my opinion. Wendy showed up, and to me, Wendy looked like the Jolly Green Giant. Stacy comes in, and Stacy said that she wasn't feeling very masculine or really in a mood to dress up today. So, Stacy came as she was. Okay. Greg is giving Kay some issues in the household. And so she kind of opens up about, with Gizelle and the ladies, that Greg is not really big into filming. He doesn't really like the girl group that she has surrounded herself with. And so Wendy is like, I would really hate that if you would have to choose, us or Greg. I hate that you're in that, tight predicament, but hopefully things will kind of work out and change for you. Ashley is getting ready for the show. She's very nervous, but she's not afraid. She is worried about forgetting her lines, but the people are hyping her up backstage. They're getting her ready and prepared. So she goes to finish getting dressed. Gizelle asked the ladies about, Karen and her health issues and expressed concerns yet again, And so Karen has now arrived. And so the ladies are kind of, getting into Karen about what's going on. Okay. Karen opens up and says, now listen, ladies, I do have to say that my family has diabetes, okay? Most people in my family have diabetes, and I am pre-diabetic, okay? So I do not take Ozempic, but I do take a medication, and that is similar to Ozempic that is helping me to remain from being diabetes-free, okay? She says she don't want to lose her arms, her legs, or her fingers, okay? So she's going to do whatever she can to stay healthy and stay in the fit, okay? Mia and Jacqueline are showing up and, they're red and green and are red and black and, strutting down the street. They walk in. The ladies speak to everyone. Stacey, Mia speaks to Karen. Karen, goes on about her little way because Karen's got something to say. Well, as they are greeting the ladies, Karen asked, can she sneak off and have a private conversation with Gizelle? And Gizelle says, sure, come on. So, Karen shares that, she met with Ray the other night and Ray had plenty to share. So she shares with Gizelle that Gordon and Ray met up and, everything that Mia has been saying is a lie, okay? Gordon is keeping the kids. He ain't manic. He has custody. The kid's been around ink and he does not want the, I mean, she ran down the whole spiel of everything we've been talking about so far in this show, okay? Gizelle was not having it, okay? Gizelle said, not today. Oh, we're going to address this. And so Gizelle storms off and goes over to the table, all right? And so right before Ashley's show, the ladies decide we need to have a conversation, okay? So Gizelle called out Mia in regards to the convo, you know, that Ray and G had. And so Mia says that she was not debriefed on that conversation because she don't run around going behind her husband trying to figure out what he said and how he said and what was said. And probably that's the problem, Mia. You don't stay in communication with the people that you be lying about, so you end up telling lies without telling the people, and that's how the mess gets started. But okay. Gizelle says, you know, Mia, you lied. You said that the kids were missing when we went to Panama. They weren't missing. Gordon said that he told you where they were at. She said, you know, it was just a bunch of ruckus at the table and said, Wendy said, wait. Let's go outside, okay? So the ladies get up and go outside. And so the questioning turns from Gizelle to Karen. Karen says, you know, you talked about, you know, G, and you said that you keep the children. Well, G said that he had the kids 25 days out of the 30 in June. Mia said that's a lie. Karen said the kids are with Gordon. The kids, you knew that the kids were with Gordon in Panama and you knew where they were not lost. Mia said that's another lie. Karen said that Gordon did a paternity test and that Jeremiah is Gordon's and that you knew about it and you didn't tell us. Mia said, that's a lie. I'm not putting up with all of this. I'm done with you ladies. If you got such an issue with me, we don't have to be friends. She storms off, and that ends this episode of season 9, episode 15 of Old Rumors Die Hard. So that was a big old mess. That was just a big old mess at the table and outside. Nothing was really resolved at the end of this episode, and that's going to carry us in the next week. I hate that they showing out at Ashley's event. You know, something that's being thrown for the LGBTQ plus community. I wish they would have saved it for somewhere else, but here we are.
Well, Raheem said it best. Gizelle tosses a ball and Karen lands a slam dunk. And that's facts right there. That's facts right there. They tag team and they close that thing out. And when she wanted to bring up about the DUI, because I'm sure, you know, we only see cuts. So I'm sure they've been dragging Karen with that all season. And that's why Karen was like, yeah, that ain't, yeah. She said, let her talk. That ain't even bother me no more. Listen, this thing was a hot, stinking, nasty, filthy mess. Okay. And the biggest part that I did not like about it was the fact that knowing Mia knew. Yes.
Y'all are hilarious.
Oh my God. But the fact that, you know, Mia knew that this was Gordon's son for real. And I think she knew before Gordon even did the paternity test. That's the real issue I have, to be very honest with you. That's the real issue I have. And so I'm just like, Mia, you got low to allow this narrative to go out about your child was just super messy. And I go back to, that's why that first son father don't play with her. No, you will not have my son on TV. No, you will not mention his name. And no, you're not going to be in all these pictures with him because I want him to just have a normal life without all these shenanigans. Without all these Mia shenanigans. And listen, the people know that Mia's his mom. But like you said, because he's not on the TV all the time, it's easier for him to navigate because I believe he plays football or something. I saw the basketball.
But that's the first time I've seen him. I've never seen him before that. So had we not even done that, I personally wouldn't know what he looks like or who the dad is or anything.
If I'm not mistaken, early on, Royaire, he was in the scene.
In the show.
He was in the scene of the show. Yeah, I want to say, but it was very slight or whatever. But I think his father was like, heck no, and bravo to that dad. Bravo to that dad, because God only knows how Mia would have played with that son's name if he was allowed to be on the show. She might have been saying Ink was the father too. Who knows? Like, she did too much. She's doing too much. And I get it, girl. You need a check. But you know, it's doing too much. But Mia did put out receipts. She did put out receipts between her and Gordon, where she's like, Gordon, you doing too much. I did tell you that the kids was going to be here, this, that, and the other. I will say this. She put out the text messages. She did. And she proved that the text messages, she proved the time frame of the text messages. And I want to say, wasn't it last night on Watch What Happens Live with Andy? They said that this reunion is going to be a surprise, that somebody's pulling out receipts.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be shocked at who pulls out the receipts. People
have been saying that this reunion is just as good as the reunion with Monique Samuels and that whole binder situation. That's what people are saying. They saying it's one of them seasons.
Well, I can't wait, because yes, they are. They are definitely, you know, court claiming this season right here is everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's so we're gonna see.
Well, this was season 9, episode 15 of The Real Housewives of Potomac. Old rumors die hard. We are getting ready to give our final thoughts and opinions, but before we do, we would like you to rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst and 10 being the best. What are you rating season 9, episode 15? Old rumors die hard. Let us know down in the comment section, and we will go through those in just a moment. But Auntie, listen, we are at the end of this season, second to last episode. What are you giving this second to last episode on a scale of 1 to 10? Your thoughts and final thoughts and opinions.
I'm rolling with Lisa, and this is all because of the scenes with Ray. I'm giving this a 9. Period. I'm giving this a 9. Period. Ray pumped it up to the whole next level, because he was low key. He was low key messy. He sat at that brunch and he took mental notes. So shout out to Ray for not needing a pad and a pen. Okay.
Not the Rolodex.
He took mental notes. And he dragged it all back to his boo, Karen, okay? And he gave it to Karen on a silver platter. Yes, he did. So shout out to Ray, the MVP of this particular episode. He gets a 10. He uplifted it. I thought the scene with Gizelle and her daughters were cute. Her daughter giving her sisters advice and telling them, don't worry about the cash flow. If you need to order you some Uber Eats or Uber or whatever the case may be, do what you got to do and just say a prayer to God and the money will be there. So I ain't mad at her. I love that scene. Also, Stacy, shout out to that scene with the lawyer too, because we're going to give the lawyer a thumbs up. That's why I rated this scene. This ain't a 9. We're going to give the lawyer thumbs up, because she knew how to handle someone in Stacy's situation who was just delusional, out there, and naive. She gave her what did you call it, like a reference, right? She was like, girl, why are you so bent on getting, if you think your man gonna do the right thing, why you insist upon the alimony but you won't insist upon the child support?
Yeah.
And Stacy had, you could tell that the wheels was ringing in Stacy head. I was like,
Stacy was like, oh, that does make sense.
It's like, Stacy, girl, wake up. I cannot.
Stacy the Earth.
Stacy the Earth, please. Yeah, Pages Stacy.
The land, baby. It's a clear day. It's land.
Okay. Girl, she was just like, oh. Then she's so innocent, asked, well, how many people, if you could tell me, how many people have come back? She said, girl, I wouldn't be working right now. So yes, this one gets a 9 for me, hands down. Every single scene was everything for the most part. Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Yeah, yes. Come on, Nubian Mahogany. We're gonna go shake it together.
Wake up! Wake up!
Thinking adult syndrome. I mean, girl, wake up. Yeah, I thought I could be a little naive, but I'm like, good gosh almighty. Yeah. Wake up, girl.
Help her. Help her.
Help her, please. Yes.
I agree with you. This season, or excuse me, this episode was definitely a 9 for me as well. I loved this episode. Like I said, from the beginning of them, talking about Ashley and this drag king show that's coming up, representing the community well, from Gizelle and her girls, Gordon and Ray's conversation, Stacy and the attorney conversation, Ray and Karen. I mean, this episode was lively. It was a real show, this episode, and I totally enjoyed every bit of it. It was so good. Mia and these lies, you got a lot to answer for next week, ma'am. Next week is our season finale, and I think it's going to carry us into how messy this reunion is going to be. And, I got a feeling that Karen is not going to be the only one possibly not returning next season. I got a strong feeling about that.
Well, who you think else is not going to return?
I don't think Mia is going to be welcome back.
Oh, see, I think they're going to bring Mia back because they like the drama.
I don't know. I feel like her remarks about Gizelle's children were just out of pocket, out of line.
We've seen worse though when a person came back.
I have, but I just Mia has done too much, and it's damage to the family. I hope, and more so that I don't want her to bring back, and I never want to cut anybody's check or anything like that. But Mia may need to take a step back from this show and really do some self-reflecting. And not even just for yourself, but for your children's sake. You've done a lot of damage this season. You've done a lot of damage.
Yes.
Your child on national TV. That's very damaging to the family.
No, it is. Where is she on the seat in Troy?
Next to Andy.
Oh, she ain't going away.
Well, Faith was next to Andy on her downfall season.
No, she wasn't though. Somebody was before her, and then came Phaedra. She wasn't.
She was. Yeah. I thought she was sitting on that end in that red dress.
No. No.
We may have to put a point on this. A Starbucks bet.
We could do a Starbucks bet, but no, she was not. She was not right next to Andy, and so. They like drama, and they need Mia, because without Mia, if you think about it, we erase Mia from this season. What do we have?
Well,
nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. Okay. Because if it was between the DUI, DWI, whatever Karen went through, and this Mia stuff, and they keep talking about Mia and Jacqueline, kissing each other, whatever. Katrina, I think, is saying Portia was next to Andy. And then what's the name was next to Portia? Phaedra was next to Portia. You still trying to pull up? Okay, come on now, show it. Oh, she was. Okay.
So what y'all not gonna do is come from my Real Housewives of Atlanta stuff? Because I know my Real Housewives.
Was that the season?
Yeah, right here. This one right here.
Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Well, I messed up. Okay, you all right? Diva, who do you think Gizelle left his money to? Whose money?
Ooh.
Her dad.
Her dad. The wife. I want to say the wife. Yeah, the wife.
The wife.
Mm-hmm.
The wife.
Yeah, I do. Now, mom.
Yeah, I do. Now, let me tell you this. What I do believe is, I do believe that the wife altered the will, because
I believe that.
I'm gonna say for sure that dad
didn't let Gizelle with nothing. Yeah. No.
Yeah. In the daughters, he wouldn't have did that. He wouldn't have did that. He did not leave Gizelle and the daughters with zilch. I don't believe that. So I do believe the wife altered the will.
I agree with that 100%. I totally agree with you in regards to he wouldn't have done that. You know, he was a civil rights activist. He believed in building wealth for his family. He talked about that on the show. He showed, you know, did it with the girls and talked. You know, I just no, he wouldn't have done that at all. But Nubian gave this episode a 7. Lisa gave it a 9. B. Michelle gave it a 9. Emma gave it an 8. Kay gave it an 8. Janet gave it an 8. Michelle gave it a 7. Savannah gave it a 9. Justina gave it a 9 as well. Snoopy gave it an 8.5. And Raheem gave it a 10, baby. 10s across the board. Let's see. 8 because Ray and Karen gave ammunition to Karen and brought, well, pow, 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 knocked him all the way down. 7 needed to performance. Okay, Ashley, make it a 9. Oh, interesting. Okay, interesting. Let's see, a 9. Ray brought the tea, and yes, Stacy's lawyer. Shout out to Stacy's lawyer, whoever she is. If you're in a bind, run on down to her because she gonna help you out. Okay, she was honest. She was truth, okay? And some of these people would just be trying to take your money, but she was not, okay? She won her job. Let's see, Dude gave it a 4. Starbucks wins. Well, yeah, well, I know my Real Housewives of Atlanta. Period. Receipts. But yes, overall, this episode was really, really great. I really enjoyed it. You know, hopefully Stacy will get it together. That is somebody that I do want to see return next season. Is Stacy. I love her airiness, her laugh, her just this quirkiness about her. It's just super, super cute. I love the way that she has bonded with the ladies and she's slowly building relationships, you know, with the ladies in their own individual way. So I love Stacy. And I think that Stacy, she's so new to this reality TV thing that she's giving it real and raw. Like she's really being herself, and that it's authentic. It's real. Like she ain't faking the funk like Mia, and that's why I have really enjoyed Stacy this season. But overall, we thank you guys for joining us. Listen, we are on here Monday and Tuesday normally recapping Real Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine, but we pushed it back this week. Shout out to MLK Day yesterday. Today we have recapped Real Housewives of Potomac, Old Rumors Die Hard. Tomorrow we will recap Married to Medicine. And baby, the ladies gave a show as well, okay? We possibly have a pregnant person. We got speed dating going on. You know, we still are trying to work on relationships. And we got a new castmate in, okay? A possible a friend to the show, we'll say, a friend to the show. So it's going to be a good episode tomorrow. So make sure you join us same time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over here on Chronicles of Gray Hair Diva and Royaire's World. Make sure you hit the like button on both channels. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe and your notification bell on all. That way you see each and every time we post a video with you in mind. Any final words?
No, you wrapped it up. You summed it up well. Listen, we really appreciate y'all for coming through and supporting us. As always, don't forget that like button because we really need it. And we will be doing Married to Medicine, as Royaire stated, tomorrow.
Well, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, and we will catch y'all tomorrow. Bye. Bye.
Royaire's World.